Hello there.
Nerds, don't go anywhere. It's May the 4th if you're watching this when it gets released. And today we have the GOAT. Really, there's no other way of putting it. We're going to check out Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber from episode 4, the carbon steel weather version. You have not seen this anywhere else on YouTube, so come with me to check it out.
May the Force be with you, Padawan.
Hey nerds, welcome back to the Fellowship of the Nerds. I am your host as always, Luke Skywalker, and today, like I said at the beginning, we have a really cool one. You have not seen this before. This is 89 Sabers carbon steel weathered Obi-Wan Kenobi from episode 4 lightsaber. This thing is bonkers crazy, phenomenal, amazing, call it what you will, it's just outstanding. We have seen, if you really do a quick Google search right now, we have seen other people doing weather versions or even the carbon steel one, which is really rare in its own right. No one has done a carbon steel weather Obi-Wan Kenobi episode 4 from 89 Sabers. So I'm very happy to be bringing this to you guys today. If you don't want to miss any content like this, remember to subscribe right there, and that way you will not miss any notifications or any videos that we do in the future. And if you're new to the channel, what we do here is essentially we take our lightsabers, we rate them based on their ergonomics, on their sound, on their design. We give you a breakdown of all of it, and then we give you a total rating just to tell you if this is a lightsaber that we recommend or not. Does that sound okay? Awesome. Let's carry on with this one because this one is really cool. So let me unbox it here for you guys. For this amazing Obi-Wan Kenobi episode 4 lightsaber, we're gonna get our instructions from 89 Sabers. This is a plaque that we didn't come in the box, but this is one that we've gotten from Nurse Loots, and I'll leave a link in the description on how you can get one of these. These are absolutely fantastic, but it also comes with the plaque, an 89 Sabers plaque, so you can use either, but obviously we're going to use the one from Nurse Loots. And here's our hilt. We get our blade plug, our retention screw and wrench and all that, and Allen key. We're going to get our charger and our amazing weathered hilt, which is absolutely phenomenal. I think that this one, it will be a little bit difficult to get out just on the basis that this is a heavy, very heavy hilt because of the variant that we've gone with, but all around absolutely incredible. And here it is. Look at this. Look at this amazing thing. I can't tell you that weathering, it really looks scorched and burned out, which is kind of the point because this thing has been thrown out basically. So it's absolutely phenomenal. I cannot, and the whole thing of the carbon steel is really, like, some people think that carbon steel lightsabers, there's not that many of them, but people think that they are incredibly heavy, and sure enough, they are heavier than your standard aluminum ones, but it's not as, oh my god, I have a break. This actually feels like a real thing. Like, in my mind, if I were to ever hold a real lightsaber, this is what I would be expecting that to weight. So it's absolutely crazy. But really, like, the details of the weathering, like, guys, like, look at this. Like, it's scorched over there, and like, it's really, I just find this detail here, like a bit of scorching here, it's absolutely phenomenal. You would really think that this thing, fought in Mustafar. Although, to be fair, it didn't, because the version of Mustafar is the one that we've seen from episode 3. So I'm going to bring that now to show you a little bit of the differences. And here it is. You can tell straight away this grenade grip is thicker. This is a bit, well, obviously in color wise and stuff, it's definitely different. But even the blade plugs are entirely different. I don't know why this isn't weather, but other than that, it's completely weather and scorched. But you can see, you know, the control boxes are incredibly different. Like this doesn't say Graflex, doesn't have the little hook. It has a control box with, like, you know, this, where this has the bubbles. So there is that, and this has a D-ring where this one didn't. This one has the Convertitech wheel. So, you know, and of course, to see here the little base, what I was saying about the details, of course, this is all black, where this one does have the brush. So really different. And now that I'm holding them in my hand, this one, which is aluminum, and this is the one that we reviewed recently from Old Sabers, it is definitely lighter. Do not get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with this lightsaber. This thing is fantastic in its own right. The only thing that beats this, in my mind, is one of the weather, you know, those special chassis that Corvin sells. They do have one of these of Obi-Wan Kenobi 4. It's the only thing I can say, wow, okay, that's like the highest of the highest. This will be like the very close second. Absolutely outstanding and phenomenal. So what do you say if we take this outside, and I'll show you what this looks like when it's turned on, because I promise you it's magnificent.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan.
Master Kenobi?
I am, and when you have your strength, I will help you on your way. Go now. If you define yourself by your power to take life, your desire to dominate, to possess, if you have nothing,
Incredible weapon. This is really the weapon of a Jedi Knight. Actually, it's a weapon of a Jedi man. Guys, do you think... this is going to be like the sickest burn if it is. Do you think that when Obi-Wan tells Luke this is a weapon of a Jedi Knight, when he gives Luke Anakin's lightsaber...
What is it? Your father's lightsaber. This is the weapon of a Jedi Knight.
Do you think he said that because Anakin never made it to Master? Otherwise, because like he's a master, this is the weapon of a Jedi Master. But like, is that like a really ultra deep burn that we? If it is, like that's really. I'm pretty sure it wasn't filmed that way, but that would be really funny. But this is really the weapon of a Jedi Master, absolutely phenomenal. And like I said, we're doing this on May the 4th. By the time you're seeing this, it might not be May the 4th, but I thought that it was a special thing to do. Probably the most iconic weapon from Episode 4, because at the end of the day, this is the lightsaber that fought Darth Vader in what at that point was the only lightsaber duel that we'd ever seen, and you know, everybody got blown away at the time with it. So I thought it was very poignant to do this saber for a May the 4th reveal. Also, the t-shirt. This t-shirt is from the Etsy store, Your Weird Aunt. Absolutely phenomenal. Go check it out. There'll be a link in the description. This is from Andor, and has in Arabic the message from the manifesto. So this says, you know,
one single thing will break the siege. Remember this. Try.
One single thing will break the siege. Remember this. Try. Like, I think it's every day that goes by, I feel that this is an even more relevant message, and for us and for future generations. So I think that it's only appropriate that this will be also about what I was gonna wear for you guys on May the 4th. And like I said, there will be a link in the description for these this year, but like that store has a lot of other stuff. So by all means, go and check it out because it's really really cool, and it's a local small store. So like you always want to be supporting your local shops or your small shops, or what I'm trying to say is that you want to support independent people with their stores. So by all means, go and check it out. Moving on, let's check out the sound fonts, and we're going to start, of course, with the one that this comes with.
Power.
We're going to retake it back.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan.
Absolutely incredible.
You seen that new BT-16? Yeah, the other guy telling me about it. What was that? That's nothing. Not gassing. Don't worry about it.
I'm getting too old for this sort of thing.
And this also has music, of course. Absolutely iconic, guys.
Felt a great disturbance of the Force. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
Absolutely iconic. I'm a, you know, I talk a lot. I'm a loss for words here because this is really, and it goes with Binary Sense. You can't ask for more on this. This is beautiful, beautiful lightsaber. Now let's try not to get copyright strike here. Absolutely fantastic, guys. With a bunch of quotes. This has the Obi-Wan 4, Obi-4 sound font from Kyberphonics. Obviously, we use, as you all know, all these sound fonts from Kyberphonic and K-Sith and One Sith. They all come with a pack. So, like, you know, we just tinker around with the quotes and stuff for force and effects and all that sort of stuff. Absolutely phenomenal. I 100% would recommend that sound font, and you're going to get it in the description as well. So, absolutely, yes, do get one.
Master Kenobi?
I am, and when you have your strength, I will help you on your way. If you define yourself by your power to take life, desire to dominate, to possess, then you have nothing.
This is the sound font from Rebels for the encounter that Obi-Wan has with Ezra, and then his duel with the final duel with Darth Maul.
If you define yourself by your power to take life, desire to dominate, to possess, then you have nothing. You're in the wrong place, Ezra Bridger.
I thought it would have music as well, but no.
If you will not turn to the dark side, then perhaps she will. I'll never join you! If you only knew the power of the dark side. I know what I have to do. Kylo Ren.
So, who are you?
Cal Kestis, Master Windu.
Do you know Ezra Bridger? He's my friend.
I love how she thought that we were calling her instead of saying the word friend.
Meet Obi-Wan Kenobi. General Kenobi. Baylan Skoll.
Ben Solo.
Going somewhere?
Young Rey. Haven't done it, course. Former Jedi.
Shinhati. Sabine Wren.
Rise.
results of this contest cannot be decided by our knowledge of the Force. Most impressive, Lord Vader. Master Qui-Gon. At last we will have our revenge. I claim this sword and my rightful place as leader of Death Watch. Jabba-balaba.
Rey Skywalker. I am Bastila Shan. Going somewhere.
You don't know
And this is the last one.
Power.
There you go.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan.
Absolutely flawless, guys. I cannot tell you how amazing it is. Let's go with the ratings of this one because I can't really wait to break it down for you. So in terms of ergonomics, this is gonna get an 8.5. The reason for that is it is absolutely great, but I will recognize that it feels bulky on the hand. But contrary to the previous Obi-Wan Kenobis, the handle of this is way more comfortable. You could easily handle it with this, so like the control box would not be a problem, but it is heavier. Obviously, it's a carbon steel. This is not a brick. You're not, oh my god, but I do recognize this is heavy, and after a while, you probably, you will get, depending on how strong you are, you might end up with a sore arm from swinging this around. So that is that. But I don't want to say that in itself is a down thing. Like it only gets an 8.5, doesn't get higher. Because yes, I recognize that for the average person, this might be a bit cumbersome, but this is really how it's meant to be when it's a carbon steel lightsaber. So, there's that, and that ties in with the design. The design of this is going to get a 10 because it is exactly, what you would think would be as a carbon steel. Something that's heavy, bulkier, but it feels real. It feels like this would be a real lightsaber. And the weathering of it, like look at the weathering even goes down here. And the weather, like you see this cap, you don't see any vents for sound goes through, and you heard how loud and strong this lightsaber sounds. So, it's because it's perfectly well done. So the design is obviously going to get a 10, and the volume is going to get a 10 because of this. Because it goes linked with the design. It's fantastic how it sounds. So all around, like. The only thing that you can fault is that, yes, it's a bit cumbersome to swing about because of the weight. Otherwise, it would be a flawless lightsaber, to be fair. But with all of that rating combined, you get the total rating here. It's really a phenomenal lightsaber. It almost gets a 10. So, is this one that we recommend? Heck yes. Having said that, it is a bit complicated to find the carbon steel weather version, but if you do, by all means, get it, because it's worth every penny, every cent that you... I cannot tell you how good this is. So 100% recommend it, and I think it's the perfect lightsaber to have for May the 4th, because it's absolutely phenomenal, guys. But wait, nerds, because there's something more I wanted to show you. The Ghost of Obi-Wan Kenobi from the Star Wars Trilogy Special Edition. Now, these were a set of small toys that came out in '97. In time for the special edition, and I figured that since we got one here that was brand new, might as well open it up and see what the deal was. And look at this thing. It's Obi-Wan as the Force goes. I think that's pretty cool. It's not postable or anything like that, so you cannot change it. It's just Obi-Wan as Sarah Guinness. But I think this is pretty cool, and it rounded up the May the 4th event, celebration, occasion, whatever you want to call it. I think this was appropriate to open and unbox for such an amazing day. Nerds, that is our review. I hope that you find that useful. I hope that you liked it. If you did, please leave a like, leave a silly comment for the algorithm. Tell me, out of all, this concludes our Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsabers. So out of all the lightsabers that we've seen from Obi-Wan Kenobi, from the incredibly original Blue Adept from Korriban, to the Geonobi, the forgotten lightsaber from Episode 2, the Geonosis Arena, to this, the classic, to the Desert Wanderer, to Episode 3, tell me which is your favorite Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber, because I think they all have something. Do not get me wrong. And probably, I think the Blue Adept is special in the sense that not only we enjoyed that review, not only, you know, I'm thrilled that that was an exclusive for the channel, but really it's the lightsaber that we had never seen. Like, everybody always thought, like, you know, Obi-Wan Kenobi first lightsaber, Phantom Menace, and that was it. And then, you know, Corban came around and said, hold my beer. And they did a great job. That is really the first lightsaber of Obi-Wan Kenobi, the one that he builds as a Padawan, right as he becomes Qui-Gon's Padawan. So absolutely great. I love that one. I love this one because, you know, it's carbon steel. The weathering is fantastic. The way it feels like a real thing. But all of them have something, really. So let me know which one is your favorite, because I'll be really looking forward to hear what you have to say. And folks, enjoy. May the Force, literally may the Force be with you today and always. Look up tomorrow for Revenge of the Fifth. Or whenever you're watching this, remember to be always kind to yourself and look after yourself. And nerds, until we meet again, I've been your host as always, Luke Skywalker. Remember, the Force will be with you, always. Remember to live long and prosper, and may the odds be ever in your favor, Melanin. And until we meet again, mischief manage. I'll see you around, nerds.